and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here as a creative ambassador for Peace Craft Love, a scrapbook shop run by Anna. And this is for our July layouts, and the theme for July is Christmas in July. And Anna sent her creative ambassadors this kit right here, and inside our kit we got these awesome foam stickers by Simple Stories, and they're from the Winter Cottage not college, the Winter Cottage collection. And she also sent us a few bits of ephemera from I think that same, actually I know from that same collection. And so I have these 3 little tags, and then she made this sequins mix, and then she sent us some Echo Park 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and they of course are all double-sided, and then there are 3 solids that are double-sided, and these are from Echo Park as well, A Dog's Tale, and they match perfectly with this collection. It is so cool. And then I do bring in a few other things. I had an extra little set of sequins she sent me with an order I placed, and then these Want to Scrap. They're like pearl-esque, and then this one's like clear, and I want to bring some in, but I wasn't sure what I was going to bring in, so I pulled them both out just in case. And then I'm trying to figure out what pictures I want to use. I'm going to use 2. I have these ones of me on Christmas Eve night and Christmas morning, and then these ones of me and my friend and my mom. And so I'm just going to look at the stuff I've got and see. So I've got my papers, my ephemera, my pictures, and let's see how this goes. So the first thing I did was just study everything that I had, the possibility for titles, and then the papers and what I wanted to, what I felt like would work best. So the picture of me and the Christmas tree, and then the Christmas tree Christmas morning, we're going to work better with the icons and stuff that are on these pages, because the other ones are pictures of us at a pizza place, and it is a Christmas theme because we had been working Christmas project at church, but I felt like Christmas morning, all these presents around the tree were going to fit best with like all these presents on the paper. So I picked 4 of the papers, and one is the red, that burnt red, and then I trimmed down that black plaid to an 11.5 by 11.5. And then I trimmed the yellow to an 8.5 by 8.5, and then this icon paper to 8 by 8, and I tape it all together, and then I'm going to cut it straight down the middle. Now, my friend Anne Marie taught me this fabulous trick to make these really neat triangular pieces on a layout, and that was my goal, but I wasn't taking into account when I did it that the icons would look weird if they were sideways and cockeyed. So I fiddle with them and try and get them to do what I want, and then realize that they are not going to work out the way that I had envisioned in my head. If it was a pattern and not icons, it would have worked really well, and I love the distinct color difference in this yellowy color, but I went with what I had, and I was going to work with that, and I do love the way that it turned out. So I used them on the corners instead, so that the icons are going to be upright, and then I just trim off the pieces that I don't use, and I can use those on another layout. And so then now that it's done, I want to mat it on this piece of it's from volume 2. Toy Time is what that background red colored paper is. And so I am just getting that attached down. I want to make sure that it is good and stuck down, and normally I cut this part out, and I'm sorry that I didn't. Yay. It's all good. So the next thing I want to do is bring in my pictures and figure out what I want to mat them in. So I have at this point already decided I'm going to use the 2 pictures of me in front of the Christmas tree, and one of them is very late on Christmas Eve And one of them is early Christmas morning before anybody's come and open presents. And I'm trying to decide if I want to overlay them or not. And you're going to see a third hand come in and tell me, because I was asking my son, should I leave them like this or should I separate them to where they're touching but not overlapping? And so I was showing him, and so he tells me what to do. He's 13, and I'll take his advice anytime. So I decided to follow what he suggested, and I'm going to put them down like that. I did have a piece of that green scrap paper. In the back of that is the yellow that I matted the 8 by 8 icon paper. And so I am going to use that as a little strip in the back. So I am fussy cutting these little stockings out because I want to have a little something at the bottom, because I'm going to put the title up there in that empty space at the top above my picture. And so I want to have something below the other picture. So I fussy cut this stockings out, and I promise you I don't make you watch the whole thing, because that I would go back and delete out. So I get the bottom picture down so that I can put this little garland that I loosely fussy cut the garland part, because I was not going to go in and be uber, specific with how I was cutting out that garland, because that would have been atrocious. But I know some people have the patience and they'll do it, but that's not me. And then I use some Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, and I'm going to glue that down right over top the bottom of the picture. And really it's only covering like a smidge of the picture. It's mostly just covering some of the mat. And the mat is the third pattern paper that Anna sent me. So I just used a little piece of that to mat that paper. I wanted something obviously that was going to go with it, but I didn't want to bring the blue in, which was the other color that I had from A Dog's Tale. And the back of that is like a brown, and it would have been okay. Both of them would have been okay. There's not much blue in the bits that I have on my paper. There was more on the full sheet of the icon paper, but not, there's like one toy on there that's got that blue in it. So the next thing I decided to do was to utilize my sequins. I decided that I would make a shaker pocket, and I haven't made a shaker pocket in a while. So I decided that I would use this really cool leather frame that I've had in my stash for couldn't even tell you how long. And I was going to make a shaker with that. So I put some Tim Holtz, now I can't even think of what it's called. The stuff that that goes in the shaker pocket. Oh, you all. Acetate. That's the word I'm looking for, acetate. Oh, and it's kind of got a little, it's not frosty, but it's not uber see-through. Like, it's not like a clear. And so I am going to put all the sequins in there, and almost all of the little things that are in the second pack that Anna gave me as well. I'm going to hold a few things out to put down because she's got some little baubles in there. They're like little beads almost, and I'm going to put those on my page as one of my little scattering bits. And I keep out one of the little sequin Santas. And when I first saw that, I knew it had to be Santa. It was in a Santa, a Christmas mix. But the way that it was laying, it looked like Cupid. And I was like, what in the world has she done? And then I fiddled with it for a second and realized that my first initial thought, which was that it was Santa, was right. So I don't know how. I don't know anyway. I am not looking to it being Valentine's or anything. I am not rushing through the summer. Don't worry. So anyway, I get those down. And originally I was going to use this maroon plaid scrap that I had left for the background. But then I realized a lot of the red colored sequins and the little Santa would disappear into that. So I used that red and white stripe that I matted that bottom picture. And then I just put it a little cockeyed up here next to the picture of me on Christmas Eve. And so I have one little Santa left, and I'm going to put that on the outside of the frame. And then I also kept out, like I said, those few little baubles. And I didn't mean to leave a sequin out, but I did. And I will just add that to my green sequin stash because I thought it would look weird to have a single sequin sitting out on my page. So I'm going to get that attached down with my Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. And then put a little dot right here. And I'm going to put this Santa Claus sequin on there. And you'll see it better in the up-close pictures. And I love the way that that looks. And the sequin pocket is full. So it still moves around, but you can see the sequins. They're not hiding anywhere. They're all out. And so then I put 3 little drops of Nouveau Deluxe down over there on the left. And I'm going to put the 2 little green and the 1 little pearlesque little bauble. And then I am going to pull out the Winter Cottage foam stickers, and I'm going to try and figure out what I want to title this. And then when I do that, I realize I haven't pulled in my tags yet. And so I decide I'm going to use these 2 tags. One is a Christmas tree, which is obviously very fitting for what my pictures are. And the other one are some ice skates, and it says Merry Christmas. And I felt like that was fitting. They obviously match the paper because there are some ice skates in the icon papers that are in the corners. So I thought that that would be perfect. And then I knew going in that I was going to name this Mary. And I was pretty certain I was going to title it Mary Mary, which is what I did. So I put the individual lettering up at the top and then the word that is connected down at the bottom. And there was a little gap between that green paper and the yellow square. And so I put the word Mary over that so you can't see it. Thank you. And so then after that, I am going to pull a couple of icons off of here. One of them I've already put up there at the top. It's a little holly berry and holly leaves. And I felt like that would add just a little extra something up there at the top. And then I pull a smaller one off and put it fit perfectly right there in those little baubles. I don't know if that's going to come over on camera, but my son just came in here and told me he loved me or that I was the best or something. So I'm not re-recording because I need that documented, you all. So then I am going to pull a little star off of the sheet because there's a star on top of that tree already, but this is a tag, and so there's a little tag hole. So this star that's a little bit bigger helps cover the tag hole, and I think it looks super cute, gives a little bit more dimension right there, and so I love it. And then I am going to take a couple of the little hearts, and I put one at the beginning and one at the end of that stocking garland, and that will just give me a little bit of a draw down to the bottom part of the page where the other picture is. And then I'm going to get out those Want to Scrap bling, and I use the pearl ones, which I figured I would. And it says Say It With Bling, Want to Scrap. And these are so cute, and they were pretty inexpensive. And so I picked some of these up in different sizes and colors from Peacecraft Love. So you should definitely go check them out if you're looking for some extra scattering bits and extra bling for your page. So I put a few of those down in 3 different sizes in that pearl, and it actually is exactly the same as the one that Anna had sent me. And that is it. I was going to add some Brutus Monroe Chroma Mist, and I may go back and do that, but I haven't decided. I'm going to look at it. So when this goes live and the pictures are live on Instagram, if I added it, you'll see it. So if not, it'll be on another layout soon, I'm sure. Please go and check out Peacecraft Love. They have some amazing things in their shop. Please go check out the other ladies who are also a part of the creative ambassadors for Peacecraft Love, because we've all got the same kind of stash, and I love seeing how we do things completely different with the same stuff. So and then also you can always check out Peacecraft Love on YouTube because Anna has a channel and posts some amazing videos. So I hope to see you all back again real soon. Have a great day and happy scrapping.